Everybody from the Pima Air Space Museum. You're here with Aircraft Expeditions, and I just wanted to give everybody a welcome and thank you for joining us. We started a little bit early because of the lines that were there. Wanted to get here and get everything done. Of course, we're starting here. Having a little bit of something to drink before we go outside. It is going to be hot today, so if you come to the Pima Air Museum, make sure that you are hydrated. Being hydrated is very important when it comes to the Air Museum. Rock and roll, and we'll look at the aircraft. We're not going to spend too much time at each aircraft, but we're going to check out a few of them that are noteworthy, of course. The Philippine Mars being one of those, as well as the Starship for Mr. Robert Mentz. Mr. Robert Mentz, if you're watching, we're going to head out that way for you. We're going to take a tour of the hangars first. We're going to stay cool for a few minutes, and then we're going to walk the grounds. So we're going to have a lot of fun, guys. I'm actually charging the mics real quick to see what goes on. And then we're going to switch to the mics so we can get rid of the background noises, things like that. So we're actually doing this walking tour, basically. I was considering doing the tram tour, but it's not a viable option right now. So we'll do the tram tour next time. We'll do it, and we'll go ahead and we'll show you what it's like to be on the tram. But the tram is very, very easy, and it's like an extra cost when you get in. If you're an Arizona resident, Pima County resident, it's like $18.25. But if you're not, it's a little over $20. So now the Pima has got their own flight grill, their own little restaurant. If you get thirsty or get hungry or something like that, you can come over here and grab something to drink. To check these guys out. These guys are awesome. Once you come over to Pima and you want something to eat or something to drink, great place to eat. They've prepared some really good food. I've had it several times, guys. It's not bad at all. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's worth it. It's worth it when you come here. I'm going to show you around here. We are actually right near the airfield, as they call it. Of course, you see Philippine Mars out there. This is going to be our playground for a little while. We're going to be out there in the heat, and we're going to go to all of the different the hangars. First one being the hangar number 1. Want to check it out. Robert Mentz, we're going to get to your Starship here probably within the hour. So I also wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to all of our folks at the Martin Mars group, Robert Frolic and people. I want to go ahead and say hello, and we're going to run out to the Philippine Mars. We're going to walk around the Philippine Mars for a little bit, and just to see what's going on and see how she's doing. She's been on display now for almost a little over 3 months, and there's been a lot of folks that have gone to Pima here and has been around the Philippine Mars. Now, last time I was here, about 3 weeks ago, I actually was looking around the aircraft, and of course some folks wanted to know if the aircraft has been painted. It has not. It's in original form. The watermarks are still there. You'll be able to see that once we start walking. So give us about 5 minutes here, guys, and we'll get started. I'm just getting for a little bit. I forgot to charge them last night, but that's okay. Little technical issues. So stick around, guys. We're gonna have a little fun. Let me make sure that the chat is available. Chat's available, guys, if you want to talk. And if you want to see something at the museum, please shout it out in the chat room, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get a request in for me. Okay, so just say, hey, AE, can you go ahead and go here, go there? Can you go to this aircraft, etc., etc.? I would like to see it, and I'll be more than happy to walk over there. No problem, guys. There are some new aircraft that are available. I believe we are definitely going to go over by the restoration hangar. It looks like the door is open, so we're probably going to be able to see what's inside. It's going to be cool. So I'm going to give a shout out to these guys here real quick. Hey, just so you know, I'm doing a live stream right now. Boss, just so you know, I'm doing a live stream now. Wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. These are some of the wonderful workers that work at the Pima Air Museum. That, like I said, they've got some wonderful food. And,
oh, I see.
Yeah. So you're live on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing a virtual tour of the museum.
Oh,
so,
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what they have here at the Flight Grill.
At the Flight Grill, so we have burgers, a lot, chicken sandwiches. We have sandwiches that we make every day, fresh in the morning. That's what my two friends are doing.
Right.
And then today we have an event, so they're working on event food. You can schedule events here, like birthday parties or like little get-togethers or something. So that's what they're doing right now. We have coffee, we have chips, we have pretzels and pizza that we make fresh every morning.
So basically, it's an eater's paradise over here. So what kind of events going on today?
I personally don't know because I'm not working it, but I believe it's some sort of event for staff.
Oh, I see.
So it's like a little celebration, I guess, for whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah. They have that at different museums too. So. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna. This is where we're gonna start, because I bought this, of course, guys. I bought the Pepsi, and this nice gentleman actually served me. So, like I said, this is a great museum. I love it.
Thank you for coming.
All right, appreciate it.
Of course. If you have any other questions, let me know.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. So that's one of the wonderful workers here at the museum who actually works with the Flight Grill. And he did, as she said, you know, he's got some really good food over here. I've actually tasted it. So let's see how our mics are doing here. Oh, we should be charged up right about now. Oh yeah, we are good to go, guys. I'm gonna clip in the mics, and we're going to start walking around and things like that. As you can see, there's the tram. The tram's already started. Let's get going, guys. Our friend was flown by him, so her brothel or her, and awesome stuff, guys. I mean, this museum, this is awesome stuff, guys. I mean, this museum, it's just not even a quarter of a lot of stuff. We're going to be making it to where ourselves a lot of these aircraft are hanging. There's some aircraft that are hanging, such as this Canadian F-86, Vampire, all the good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna walk around here, guys. This movie is a decent movie, guys, if you ever want to see it. Imagine the firepower of the Nimitz back in 1942. Of course, they've got all kinds of things about carrier aviation and things like that here. You got the tail hook right there, all kinds of interesting, amazing stuff. Oh, this is just the first hangar, guys. This is not. This is not uh, not messing around here. But it's telling me that they're going to be making a sixth hangar. There's 5 hangars here already. They want to take some aircraft into the inside. Of course, the venerable A-10. Now this was actually a display, or it's basically a rendition. I think this came from Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, and they just reset it up here at the museum. They flew it back here. Kind of what they would have. Pretty interesting. Of course, Tucson and Phoenix are a big manufacturer of like silicone products, weaponry, Allied Signals here, Hughes Missile Systems, which is now Raytheon, Learjet, which is now Bombardier, Lockheed Martin, which is now Bombardier, where they are. Got a lot of stuff that's made here for for telescopes, things like that. Of course, our old buddy, the A-10. Okay. Now, Tucson had originally before Tucson International was built, downtown airport was the main airport for Tucson, and they moved everything to Tucson International Airport, pretty much. That's from the old Searchlight. It's interesting stuff, guys. I'm telling you. America West used to be based out of Phoenix. Viscount Airlines used to be based out of Tucson. We're going to see an aircraft that was Viscount Airways or whatever here in a minute. It's an old prop job. So aviation has been based out of Arizona and Tucson and things like that for a very long time. So, I mean, the kids love it here. I see kids over there right now that are doing their thing with the aircraft. Also, for those of you that don't know, or airplane spotters out there, the Arizona Air National Guard is here. Used to be A7s. We got the 161st in Phoenix, the refueling squadron. That used to be an F-86 group, and this F-16s used to have the A7s. Pretty awesome stuff. Davis Mountain Air Force Base Guide, one of the old ones. Amazing. Now, those of you wondering about the boneyard, we're going to go see a model of the boneyard here in a minute. But this is the actual explanation when you come to Pima. You can check it out, and there's places you can go to watch, look at the boneyard. Of course, the big paper airplane fly off. This kid right here actually won the very first one. I actually saw the video of it. It was pretty cool. There's part of the video right there, or part of the like a screen grab of the video. They took it up and it actually flew. And then this is remnants of it. Remnants of the actual plane went into the desert. All right, we got to go see our good friend here. This is the bird that you hear all the time. is the A-10. Now, I own several of these. They do sell the inner versions of them. This right here is the casings. These are taken off the range, and they resell them, and they repackage them, and they reload them. 30 millimeter gal. 30 millimeter gal. This thing's evil. As you can see, just this is 1 minute's worth of it. Crazy. The hard points on these things can carry so much weapon aircraft. So, I made a meme with this plane about a year or so ago, and I had this behind me. I'm sitting there. He's behind me, isn't he? If anybody wants that meme, I'll give it to you. Now, a lot of you sometimes come here to see this, which is the F-71. We're gonna kind of go underneath her at first. Those are the engines of the F-71. Those things are massive. Look at that. You can see when they land. Absolutely crazy. Of course, the F-107. This is one of two that are left. One is in the Air Force Museum. One is here. This one actually flew over Edwards Air Force Base. Now, okay, guys. This is the F-71 engine start right here. This is evil. F-71 takeoff. If it even works. I've actually heard this aircraft take off. Crazy, guys. They recorded this. They recorded this. It's just wonderful. It's interesting. There you go. There's the sonic booms it makes. Well, not sure if it was working or not. There we go. It's amazing, you guys. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it in the background. All right. photo reconnaissance stuff, guys, is the key. Of course, we all know about the U-2 spy plane. U-2 is in the process of being retired, etc. So, got the Martin Mariner. This Martin Mariner was basically the workhorse of the Navy, one of the workhorses of the Navy, other than the Catalina. Of course, we have a piece of wreckage from one of them. You got to come to this museum to experience it, guys. You can't. It's all amazing. I mean, literally, I still am amazed by this museum. All the different displays, guys. Military seaplanes from World War II. Everybody knows the history of the seaplane, things like that. So now, firefighting. To the right, there is a picture of the Hawaii Mars. It looks like either that or it's the Philippine Mars. There's only two left. One's in Canada, and the one's right outside. We're going to see here in a minute. We got the PBY Catalinas, so they're doing aerial firefighting. California water bombers. Seaplanes over here. So, without further ado, we're going to walk outside, guys. I'll let you guys just take in the aircraft that are here. I won't have to tell you about it. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because there's more people here, and I don't want to disturb their experience. I mean, outside we're going to talk, but talk pretty loudly. But the SR-71 engine. There you go. I have a friend of mine who's actually doing. There's one book for the Sea Sprite out there. If you don't own it, you should get it. It's a good book. It was just released last year, and this is for my good friend who's doing more research on the Cayman Sea Sprite. Bobby, if you're watching this, here you go. Told you you're going to get a good virtual tour, guys, no matter what. This helicopter was a anti-submarine. Of course, you can see the sonobuoys holes right there, and you can see that this aircraft could actually drop torpedoes, things like that. Of course, there's a sea drone that can drop the sea mines and things like that. Okay, so we're going to walk around to the S3 Viking. Good old S3 Viking. Look at the back of it. A lot of you have not been up close to some of these aircraft, and I tell you one thing, you guys need to come and see the F4 Phantom from the Thunderbirds. That was actually used in the actual demonstration. That's one of the birds that was used in one of the demonstration. Now, number 7, there's a little bit of a story behind number 7 for the F4 Phantoms. Okay, got a nickname that was pretty commonplace. It's called Captain Carbon. I'm going to explain about Captain Carbon, guys. Captain Carbon was the name that was given to number 7 aircraft for the if it started at F4 Phantom, because the F4, as we all know, the F4 was an aircraft that was very smoky. Had a lot of it had a lot of smoke coming out of the engines. They were early gas guzzling engines like that F4 that's sitting over there. And what happened was, in formation, the aircraft would get black streaks of carbon across the top of the tail. That's one of the reasons why Captain Carbon the nickname was given to the aircraft. Now, modern jets like the they use the T-38 afterwards. Excuse me, and now the F-16, and they're not called Captain Carbon any longer, because Captain Carbon is a nickname that was given to the smoky sootness of the F4 Phantom. So we have F-16s on top of us, guys, from the Air National Guard base over at the Morris Air National Guard base over at Tucson International Airport. They'll be doing night operations tonight. I will be making a video of the night ops tonight, guys, and I'll be posting it online. I'm not going to post it online right away. I'm gonna let you guys know that's coming. As you can see there, we're basically southeast on the airfield. We're right by hangar 3 and hangar 4 and 5. I'll just turn this around so we can see. Hangar 3 is right here. Hangar 3 is right here where I'm pointing, and hangar 5 is over here. So we're going to be going into those hangars, and we're going to be checking out things. I want to welcome everyone from the Mars page, from the Pima Air Space Enthusiast page, as well as those that are watching from the Pima Air Space fans. If you guys are watching, please let me know where you found the stream from. That'd be great. And please like and subscribe. It's great, guys. If you feel like donating so we can do more stuff like this, please do. This particular entry into the Pima Air Space Museum was brought to you by some of our donors, and I want to thank you guys for that. You guys are awesome. We're working hard to get things going, and we're going to be doing more road trips and things like that. I want to thank also Mr. Pip Aviation. Pips. I can't talk today, guys. My goodness, I'm so tongue-tied here. Pip Hastings Aviation, I want to give a shout out to him. He's the one that gave me the idea for this Pima virtual tour. Thank you there, Pip. Appreciate it. So we are southeast on the airfield. Let me turn this back around and I'll just show you guys. We're southeast right by the hangar 1 corner here, and I'm just standing here in the shade. Of course, you see the shade. We have the first aircraft is the F-15A. Now, I'm hoping and I'm praying that the F-15C Sandman comes over to Pima Air Museum. I've heard some information along those lines. I haven't confirmed it yet, so don't quote me. But I have heard some rumors about that. And it's just rumors at this point in time. Hopefully it does. Driving along Kolb Road the other day, and Kolb Road, as you guys know, is basically dug deep into where the Air Force Base is. It actually is a road that goes straight through the boneyard and straight through the air base. So basically what it is I saw a C-5 being towed over to the boneyard. So, and I know my understanding is Pima has got their own area on the boneyard for stuff that will actually be staged to come over to the museum. So this was one of those aircraft that was actually pulled to the boneyard. Now, not quite sure what that means. But the last time I checked, when I was over at the Wilmot Gate, because you can see that area from the Wilmot Gate, and I can show anybody where it's at if you guys want to see it. But that had two C5s sitting there. And it also had a bunch of other things sitting there I couldn't get a good look at. Google Earth does not give you a good representation of what's there now, because it's like maybe 6 months old, or between 3 to 6 months old. So I am over at Pima Air Museum right now. Astronaut. I'm over here at Pima Air Museum. We're doing a live virtual tour of the museum. I am over at on the southeast corner of Hangar 1. If you are here at the Pima Air Museum, astronaut, I'm over here, sitting over here. You can walk with me, and I can even put a lav mic on you if you want to chit chat on the live stream. It's up to you. But I'm sitting here just taking a little quick break because it's going to be hot today. It's going to be very hot today. So without further ado, we are going to take a sip of our drink. Make sure that you guys are hydrated today if you come to the museum, or hydrated period when you come to this museum, because it's going to be very, very hot today. Good old Pepsi. I don't like the fact that they have Pepsi in there. They got Pepsi products. But it's okay. It's something to drink. Everybody's like, oh, I just got here. That's cool. Be able to see some people on the live stream. That's awesome, guys. Like I said, we're taking a little bit of a break, just a small break, and then we're going to walk out into the airfield. Our first stop is going to be over by the restoration hangar, because I want to see what's over there, and because the restoration hangar doors are open. And I know for a fact that the F-117 stealth fighter is actually indoors. I posted originally on the Pima Air Space fans a while ago that it was actually over into the hangar, and they're starting to restore it. So they actually started some work on it. It's a secret project that they're doing. It wasn't even posted by Pima. A friend of mine who actually is a part of that gave me the photos and gave me the video of it being pulled in. So I can post that on the Worldwide Aircraft Spotters page. If you guys want to go and check out some of the stuff that you don't see here, I have a major announcement as well that I'm going to give you guys here in a few minutes. The F-117, like I said, was pulled in about 2 months ago to the restoration hangar. We're going to be able to see it. I'm going to zoom in, and you'll be able to see it. But we're going to walk the airfield. We're going to walk one side of the airfield, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go visit the Philippine Mars, the Starship and the Philippine Mars. Robert Mens, if you're watching, we'll be going over there. We'll do a little bit of a walk around for you, so you can see it, like as promised. And for our Mars group fans, our Mars aircraft, we will go ahead and visit the Philippine Mars as well. We're going to visit a lot of other aircraft today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. This is going to be at least 2 or 3 hours live stream. So I'm glad you guys could join us, and we can have some fun doing so. It's very nice outside. It's hardly a cloud in the sky. There's only maybe a skirt of a cloud. I hear an A-10 taking off. And we are in so close proximity to the Air Museum, or the Bay Air Force Base. Isn't funny. As you can see, the flight grill is over there. Over here, guys. This is the southeast corner right here where I'm sitting at. And like I said, we will be walking here shortly, about in a couple minutes. But first, we have a major announcement for the channel. Aircraft Expeditions now has a website. If you guys want to go visit it, it's still a work in progress. Aircraftexpeditions.com, take a look at it. We'll put our donation links up there. We'll put everything available that we have. Our Facebook, our Instagram that we have, things like that. So we'll also have maybe a forum so people can talk about general things. So guys, come join me on that mission, and let's do this together. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point in time, we're going to walk into hangar number 2. We're going to check out the aircraft in there, and then we're going to come out there and we're going to go towards the airfield. I'm going to walk along the path here. Of course, there's a lot of children and parents and aviation enthusiasts that come over here. It's amazing. We're going to make our way from the back all the way. You can hear the kids in the background, I'm pretty sure. Of course, we have an O2 observation aircraft. You kind of have to smile when you hear the kids talk. That's pretty awesome. As you can see, this airfield is massive. They just park them outside. It's kind of a shame because they get faded and they get weathered and worn, and so I think what we're going to do is we're going to skip, not skip it, but we're going to wait till things die down a little bit on hangar 2. We'll go in here in a minute. We just want to give you a kind of a vast expanse of what we're looking at here. We're straight ahead. We've got the 390th Memorial Museum right behind that Harrier. We're going to go in there later. Hopefully, if we have time. So, there you go, guys. You're no problem. You guys have your hands full, poor little thing. So much stuff here, guys. I'm telling you. All right, we're gonna see something interesting. This is the Buzz Bomb V1. Was restored by Aviation, Mr. Bob Poole and his son. This came from Canada. This was actually found at Pas-de-Calais in France, and it was actually shipped to a Canadian museum, World War II museum in Canada, and it was put back together by Bob and his crew, Bob and his company. And I want to give a shout out to Bob Poole. Bob, if you're out there and you're watching this, please, awesome. Bob actually gave me photographs of the restoration of this aircraft, and he showed me, or this Buzz Bomb, and he showed me something interesting about this. This is they couldn't reproduce the propeller that was in the front of the aircraft, or the front of the Buzz Bomb, and he put in a model airplane propeller to simulate the original propeller that was there, up to specifications. The original launcher, this is the original launcher. It was built and restored by Bob and his team. It's great. It's wonderful. Bob, you did a great job on it. And unfortunately, the right history hasn't been reported by Pima Air Museum, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay? It says, with gratitude and appreciation, Stuart McPherson, Joe Clark, and preferred on Galen for sponsorship and acquisition of the B-1 Buzz Bomb. This one, apparently they took down the other plaque where it says it was acquired from Canadian. Well, actually, no, actually it's right here. Stored by Canadian government for many years before being sold to a small private museum. 2005 was purchased by the Pima Air Space Museum and brought to Tucson for display. Makes no mention of Bob Poole or his company or anything like that. When somebody, yep, Paul Poppet. It is an actual B-1 Buzz Bomb. It's not a. It's been restored, but it's an original. It was shot down over Pas de Calais. It was fired in World War II. I know the full history of this particular V2 or V1 Buzz Bomb. Excuse me. That's one of the reasons why I'm showing this to you guys, because this is the real history, not what they. Greetings. Welcome to our Netherlands, folks. Hello, Paul Pop. As you can see, this is hangar number 2. We got all kinds of good stuff in here. And of course, the B-24 that started it all. Buckaroo Bungay Buckaroo started the museum. This is one of the very first aircraft that was brought to the museum right there. But we're going to go outside, guys. We got a lot to see here. Dad and son right there. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's hangar 2, guys. Now, Pima Air Museum has got the largest collection of Harriers that you're ever going to see in this museum. It's amazing. So we're going to go out here and we're going to start downward, and then we're going to come back up. We're going to start with the F-105 Thunder Chief, Big Sal, which is a regular, and this is a Wild Weasel variant. Like I said, please stop me if you want to see an aircraft, a certain aircraft. I'm just generalizing the aircraft and the aircraft of the museum. So we're going to walk down there later on. Of course, you see the Bud Conestoga over there. Some good stuff here, guys, I tell you. Of course, Philippine Mars is over there. It's right next to the 390th Memorial Museum, guys. And, of course, we're going to roll up on the restoration hangar here. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone had said to me that the tram tour goes in there. Now, I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to ask right now. So, a lot of odd aircraft. We have three F-16s, one of which is an Arizona Air National Guard bird, one from South Carolina. Up, here we go. F-16s. See, that's one good thing about Tucson is that when you're at the museum, you'll be able to get to see aircraft that are taking off from the Air Force Base. It's interesting. I think we have another one. Say when we go airplane spotting together, guys, that's where I go to, or I go to the airport, or I come over outside the Air Museum to go and airplane spot. So we have we have some of the presidential aircraft over there. Got Kennedy's DC-6. We got the VC-137, Lockheed Jetstar. There's a special area for presidential aircraft here. And we have 3 F-16s here. Like I said, one from South Carolina, one from, I forget where SH is from. I believe it's Seymour Johnson. And of course, our Arizona Air National Guard. That's a retired F-16 from the Arizona Air Guard. I've seen tail code 527 fly. It's amazing. Yep, Super Sabre. Super Sabres. All kinds of good stuff over here. Philippine Mars, guys, it's here. I actually followed this all the way from Sells, Arizona. And I was there when it landed. When this guy landed at Lake Pleasant, I was there. I have video. And I've been inside the Philippine Mars. We're going to go check it out in a minute. Don't worry. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around tour after we do the Starship here. We're going to take a little quick break. As you can see, the vastness of this place, it's really awesome. Oh, check this. Well, we'll go over there in a minute. They've got some interesting stuff in there. They got the RF. They got the Voodoo over there. They took it off the grounds, and it looks like they're restoring it. If you guys can't see it through there, it's right there. This is crazy. So, like I said, we're going to take a quickie break. I'm going to let you guys bask in the sun for a minute. Now, the B-36 Peacemaker, the city of Fort Worth is actually here. At the Pima Air Museum was sitting outside in Dallas Fort Worth near Carswell Air Base. It was brought here to Tucson for restoration. Like I said, we're going to check out all kinds of stuff. We're just going to do kind of a overview of what's here. If you want to experience it, I'm not going to go to every just single aircraft. Only the ones that were requested. And I promised the Mars group that I would actually go ahead and do a complete walk around of what we call the lady. That's the nickname we gave the Philippine Mars. She's the lady because she has been, let's put it this way, she's been taken apart. She's been flown. She's been a workhorse. I'm taking a break, guys. This place has been part of my history for a very long time. I first came here in the 90s. And I first came here with my father. The very first time I came here was the very first air show here at Davis Mountain that I've been to. And it's been a real treat, as they say. All right, right now we're standing underneath the Star of Switzerland, TWA, L1049 constellation. That aircraft, where it says the aircraft that I'm looking at right now, where 63701 U.S. Army, right behind that is a gentleman that used to own Viscount Air Service. And Viscount was that airline model I showed you guys in Hangar 1. And pretty much that aircraft right there was the part of the fleet for Viscount Air Service. Oddly enough, for those out there that have heard of nomadic aviation, Mr. Robert Allen, who is part owner, part entrepreneur, part philanthropist, great guy all around. He actually learned from the gentleman that was that used to own the Viscount Air Service. That's where he got his start, and he got his love for aviation. So, you guys ever see Captain? And by the way, his a lot of you know Bob Allen as Captain Bob. Okay, Captain Bob. There's Captain Steve, Captain Rick, all this stuff on there. Captain Bob basically runs a show called I believe it's Behind the Glass Door or something like that, or whatever. Behind the Cockpit or something like that. And it's a podcast that just started about a month or two ago. Guys, check it out. It's pretty cool. I listen to it every time there's an episode that comes out. I've been trying to meet Bob for the longest time, but Bob's been very busy. The last aircraft that he brought into Tucson was an A319 from China. It landed at Honolulu International Airport and came all the way to Tucson International Airport to Ascent Aviation. I actually have photos of that aircraft, and I was 10 minutes away from actually meeting Bob, but we missed each other. Unfortunately, he had to take one of his coworkers back. We're still taking a break in the shade. We have a special area we're going to go to right now, over here. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is. That's called Area 51. That's what we lovingly call it. There's a few of you that know what's in there already, but we'll see. No, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just taking a walk around of, we already did Hangar 1, and we went into Hangar 2, and now we're on the airfield. We're actually going to check out a couple of aircraft that were requested from me. So that's all. That's pretty much the only thing that you missed. Not really that boring. Just not good. You haven't missed a thing. You've seen my Pima lives before, but this is actually more of a virtual tour for anybody that's never been here. You did miss that the Philippine Mars is here, and we're going to go over there later, here in a few minutes. But Robert Mens, there's your Starship right there. We're going to walk over to it in a minute. So I'm taking a quick break here. Looks to me like they got the RF-101 Voodoo. They took it off the grounds to do some, I guess, some more paint work on it, things like that. So we're going to go over there here after we hit the Starship. Of course, the RC-135 is looking really good. They've got they've repainted it. They got some of the stenciling back on it, and it should be out. It should be out on the grounds again soon. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and walk over to the Starship. Robert Mens, this is for you. You can't. You didn't make it. It's odd that this particular little bit of known fact about this. This was found in a lake and restored by Pima. It's an old Sikorsky seaplane. I think one of, I'm not sure. I think this is one of the only ones in existence. That's amazing. So, Robert Mintz, like I said, this is for you. We're looking at the Starship. There she is. We're going to go up close to her and we're going to have a little fun with it. Well, we're gonna be walking by the constellation again. So, but like I said, Robert Mintz, if he's here, I can't see the screen right now because it's pretty warm, etc. But there's the Starship. There's the beach Starship. I told you I would actually do this for him, and true to my word. True to my word. Yeah, they didn't become more successful at all. And it's surprising. It's amazing. The technology, carbon fiber went into the wings and things like that. Beechcraft Starship 2000A, operated by Executive Beechcraft STL Incorporated. Huh. Well, a lot of these aircraft, if you notice on this aircraft here, it's got the stuff covering the windows. They cover the windows so it doesn't get too hot and inside. But yes, you're right about the baking of the sun. They got a lot of stuff baking in here. I mean, the air, it's dry climate. It's not, the salt air doesn't mess with it. Things like that. I've never seen any of these used by U.S. Customs before. These Starships, never. Yeah, I've never seen any of these. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. They could have been used by the Border Patrol, things like that. I don't know. That I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up when I get back, and then I'll post it on the community site of Aircraft Expedition so you guys can see it. And I know people are going to start yapping at me that they see a HIP helicopter over there, but that is correct. You see a HIP helicopter over there. Crazy. We have a C-141 here. Things like that. Oh, I thought you said customs there. Sorry about that. I can't read right. I can't read right sometimes. And that's there's the Philippine Mars right there. We're gonna go over by it here in a minute, but we want to look at the restoration hangar. They have a lot of stuff here also for the vehicle museum. You guys see it now. See that cockpit section right there? That is the C-141 cockpit from the Kuiper Airborne Observatory. As you guys know, we have Sophia. We have Sophia here, and we'll go by there later as well. They're going to be opening Sophia, I believe, in the next few months for the night ops. But this is where all the aircraft are, but that they bring in to the museum. That 727 I've actually seen. I've actually seen inside. It still smells like cigarette ashes. It literally, and the ashtrays are still smell like cigarettes. Same thing with the seats. Yep, this shop is where the fun begins. Now, as I said before, looks like they have the RF-101 Voodoo in there, doing restoration on it, as well as the RC-135. That RC-135 needed a lot of love. That thing was actually really bad. It was terrible. The paint was terrible. So now that they repainted it and looks like they got the stencils on it, my good friend actually works on the paint crew over there. Now, I'm not sure if we can see the F-117 in the back area. Yeah, it smells like a scuzzy bar inside, exactly. That's about the side of it. Well, actually, nope, there it is. It's right there in the back. The F-117, they took it out of the hangar, the restoration hangar. It's still out there. It's still in the sun. They pushed it back out. They were going to pull it in. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go a little bit further over and see if they got a tug actually attached to it. They got a lot of stuff going on. I tell you, this is great. This is the first live stream I've done at Pima in a very long time, guys, because of the fact that this channel decided to go in a different direction. It was originally spawned off the fans of the Pima Air Space Museum group on Facebook. I no longer am an admin of that group because of certain reasons. So yeah, it does look like it's got a tug attached to it. So we'll see. Okay, we're gonna look at the hip. I saw this helicopter a long time ago. We have another MiG-29 that they're using parts from, I guess. But there's the hip helicopter. That was all the way in the back. Wow, when I first started the channel. Well, it came in afterwards. It came in about a year afterwards. It's the hip helicopter. They're going to put that out on display as well. They just have to put it back together and repaint it and stuff like that. You know, honestly, there's a lot of donations, a lot of people that come to this museum. They charge a lot of money for their entry fee. Okay, I remember when it was $750 to get into this museum, and now it's about for Pima County residents where I live, it's $18.95. So pretty much, yeah, it's gone up a lot. That's that and the gift shop and donations and endowments, things like that, because this is a non-profit. This is a non-profit. That's how they make their money. They get donations, things like that. They opened up the vehicle museum next door, and the vehicle museum has got all these tanks, things like that you see right there. You see the tank right by the hip. They're restoring the vehicles to go to the tank museum right next door. So I've actually been inside that museum. They got all kinds. They got the bone crusher from the movie Transformers over there. They use that one to pull down Saddam's statue over in Iraq. So, all right. Those of you that wanted to see the L1049, we're going to go by it and we're going to kind of do a stop. We were underneath it earlier, taking a little break. But now we're going to be walking over to the Philippine Mars. It's going to be fun. Now I might do a follow-up to this live stream. Right now I'm trying to do an actual long-form video about the Philippine Mars and its journey here, because I was part of it. Yeah, it does take a lot to do something like that. Really, it does, to preserve a lot of older buses and older aircraft, things like that. It's just something else. There's the Constellation, guys. There's the Constellation. Trans World Airlines, now defunct. I've been reading a lot of aviation stuff, and they're trying to restart Trans World Airlines and Pan American. I know for a fact that they're trying to start Pan American. They're trying to get the funding, and they're trying to get the actual licensing to fly again. Well, as I said, my journey with the Philippine Mars started when it was at Lake Pleasant and it was landing. I had a dear friend of mine actually fly on the Philippine Mars to here, and I caught him right there in the nose, and I said, "Hey, that was you, wasn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah, you caught me. It's me. It was me." So I'm like, "All right." So, but don't tell anybody until I say something. Like, no problem. Yeah, they are. We have the very first Air Force One, one of the first Air Force Ones, which is Eisenhower's plane over there. All right, we're gonna shift focus here, guys. Here's the lady. This is for our Martin Mars group on Facebook, folks. Told you I'd be checking up on her and giving you guys an update. She looks so beautiful in the Arizona sun. I know you guys, it pains you guys to see her not flying, but you know something? It was well worth preserving her. I can tell you that right now. I can come over here and see her because I already know I've already been inside of this aircraft. I've actually gotten a tour of this aircraft. When I was at Lake Pleasant, I had a surprise of my life. When my good friend Rob Frolic actually said, "Hey, I got something for you when I come down." And then coming into the Philippine Mars was basically the prize of my life, which is what it is. Then now, like I was telling everybody earlier, they haven't messed with the history. You see the water streaks. You still see the water streaks, which is awesome. I'm very pleased that they kept the authenticity of this. Yep, it most certainly was. As you can see now, since she's been here, cobwebs have been strewn about on her wheels and the beaching gear. Look at that. There's the lady, guys. Oh, one of my spotting friends was telling me that there's an airship coming from Benson, Arizona, which is about southeast of here. We'll be able to see it. Very cool. But it's been here about a little over, well, it got to the Pima Air Museum about 6 to 7 months ago. Right during the summertime, they had what they call night wings over here, and they were still reassembling her from the trip from Phoenix, from Lake Pleasant. And what they did is they let people come in and come in the back and take a look at it during the night ops. They're going to have that again this year, where you can come to night ops and you can actually see everything has been taken care of. You know, so she's all back together. Now, here's the funny thing, guys. The original paint job was like the Hawaii Mars. Okay, it had the orange and white for Coulson. Okay, they restored her to the original Navy paint job, which is nice. And you can see right there up on the tail. I've got photographs of this when they were reassembling her. You'll see the joints right there in between the tail and the tail right there, right here, and right there. She's in the same condition as she was when she got here. Yes, for the last part of the trip, it landed at Lake Pleasant, Arizona, right near Phoenix, and she got disassembled. The aircraft's wings came here, the pontoons, the engines, everything was shipped down by truck. Southwest Rigging, want to give a good shout out to them. They did a hell of a job. I've met some of the guys from Southwest Rigging. I've bought them beers for a job well done. And I'm telling you, they did a hell of a job getting this plane down here. See what I mean by the water streaks? This is from Lake Pleasant, guys. Right here. This is from Lake Pleasant. It's awesome. This is what everybody was concerned about. She's in her original form. This is the original paint that came down to Lake Pleasant. Of course, you'll see the aft beaching gear. Now, it's funny. The funny thing is that when they were pulling her, it had a bar in the back that was attached to this right here. Okay, and it was called the Mars bar, and a lot of you know what the reference to the Mars bar is. Okay, it's the candy bar. They've actually got her anchored down for weather. They put all these things in the ground so she won't go nowheres. Yeah, I actually have a photo. I have a photo of the. There's a Southwest Airlines aircraft that was converted into a fire bomber, and I have photographs of that aircraft over at the Tucson airport. It landed for fuel and it left for California, Camarillo, California, I believe. I have a thing called the jet tips that actually tells me what's coming in and what's not. It was a great little fiasco there to see it. Pretty awesome stuff. Of course, you see the Super Guppy back there. We're actually standing under the shadow of the Philippine Mars right now. The C-133 is over here, the Globemaster. Okay, that's not a Coulson aircraft. It's over this direction right here. For those that want to see it, that's not a Coulson bird. It's not painted any light colors. I believe there's more firefighting aircraft over by by Sophia. We'll do that. We'll take a look at that at another time. But I'm just giving you guys a visual of everything here at the museum. I mean, literally, you get what you pay for. It's well worth the money to get in here. But like I said, be hydrated, be vigilant on your health. If you start feeling a bit real bad, sit down, take a drink of water. But Arizona sun is no joke. Arizona sun is no joke. That's the only problem about this. The heat here is no joke. But as I said before, you know, we're taking a little quick break here. I'm gonna relax by the Philippine Mars for a minute. We're at the back of the Mars right now. It's interesting, you know. It's very interesting. I went inside the Philippine Mars right back here, and you can there's a ladder that goes up, and you can go straight up into the tail, and you can look out the. I was looking out these windows right here, and the window over there. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure what they did with the other one. They might have chopped it up or something. They might have used it for parts. I'm not quite sure. The history of this museum is gone but way. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on this here. Vanessa, I would rather be up in Winnipeg right now and in Port Alberni right now because the fishing is so good up there. It's a welcome sight to be away from Tucson and Arizona for a while. You know, that's the good thing about this about Arizona is it rarely changes on weather. I mean, it gets real cold, but there's no snow. There's very rarely snow here, and you can still go out in shorts. Funny. Yeah, I've been to Nova Scotia before. I know exactly how the weather is up there, up in Canada. I used to live in New York, and we went to Nova Scotia for vacation. Give the lady a few more looks here. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is it takes 2 days. They have a 2 day pass here at the Air Museum that you can actually do. It takes about four to 6 hours for at least to see most of the aircraft to walk by them. I mean, literally to see all the hangars. Like I said, Scuttlebutt is telling me that we've got another hangar that's actually going up. So, and I understand that they're going to put Sophia in there, and my understanding they're going to put the Philippine Mars out of the sun. They're going to probably move her over into that hangar. It's going to be a huge hangar. They have a contract with the Air Force because I know that Palm Springs has got the same thing, where the F-117 has to be indoors per Air Force contract. It's on loan from the U.S. Air Force, basically. This aircraft that we have came down from Tonopah Test Range by truck. Worldwide Aircraft Recovery was the one that actually came out and brought it down from Tonopah. Well, unfortunately, yeah, they would actually. Unfortunately, some of these aircraft need to be repainted. It's projects that they do, like what they're doing with the RC-135. That is actually being repainted. It's a lot of information to give out, guys. It really is. I've been to this museum so many times. This must be at least the 400th time I've been here. 401, I would say. There are three F-117s still in service. I do write for DreamlandResort.com, and I wrote information about the sightings that were actually still being tested. They're doing electronics and RCS testing up by Groom Lake and by Tonopah Test Range. You've seen them in California. There's a gentleman by the name of Matt Hartman out there. If you guys look him up on Facebook, he actually has taken lots of photographs of the F-117s and forwarded them to me. And we've gone in and we've actually looked at it and so on and so forth. I've got an actual sighting history after retirement. There's an article on DreamlandResort.com that actually I wrote about all of these sightings that were done from the time that was retired till now, and those have culminated into, like, I'd say about 20 or 30 sightings of the 117. There's been, I think, Long Beach got a visit from an F-117 at one point, if I'm not mistaken. The Long Beach Spotters Group has reported that, so they got pictures of it. So yeah, basically what they're doing is they're demilitarizing the F-117 all the way down to bare metal and things like that. And they're also the museums have got to fit the cost of actually restoring them to display status. Huh. Interesting. Hey, Vanessa, you can always watch it later after I post it. From the time that you left till the ending of the live stream, you can sure go ahead and watch it. It'll be easy. So, this the aircraft that the Philippine Mars is next to is a 787. This is the second prototype that came out of Payne Field, and it was being tested. The landing gear was being tested. There was a lot of new systems that were being tested on it. So the this Dreamliner, it was gifted to us by Anna, All Nippon Airways, and it was basically given to Pima as a gift. Yeah, there's a lot of equipment here that's been lost and things like that, like the A-10. Of course, we know that the A-10 um, is being used in our current conflicts, and it's hasn't been retired yet. That thing, I don't think that thing's going to go out anytime soon. So we are going to move along, guys. We're going to move on to the second portion of this. I've only got 48% left battery on my phone here, so we're going to keep moving. We may not get to all of the hangars today, unfortunately, but if we do, that would be great. I mean, like I said, guys, this whole area is vast, full aircraft. Full aircraft. You can't just be here for one day. I've seen people here for weeks a week or two at a time. Loving this. This F4 right here. This F4 right here is out of China Lake. There's another one up at China Lake that I did see when I was up there at China Lake. There's a museum up there, a Naval Ordnance Museum. They've got several aircraft, one of which was the very first F-18 that was manufactured. Okay, it's a legacy F-18. But the front gate of China Lake, one of these F4s is sitting there. And we have the second one. This is a gate guard that was actually at the front gate of China Lake. And it was given to Pima. It was either traded or it's on loan to Pima. So, now, you guys see the two B-52s. It's a B-52, I think it's a B-52D, B-52, B-52A, I forget exactly which. But that was used in Vietnam. This was used in Desert Storm. Okay, we're not going to go over there. You guys are going to have to come see some of these aircraft. I'm not going to sit there and walk all the way over there and so on and so forth. We're just going to get a vantage point of everything so you guys can see it. We might revisit this in another live stream, but we will do so. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it. I want to get to pretty much everything before my battery dies. And I'm also trying to stay cool under the aircraft. We're walking under the 787 now. You got the Vomit Comet over there. Ha! Wave to you. Actually, just not good. If you go to the live stream at on Pima's website, I could go up there and wave to you. Definitely live. Because that's a live stream. The helicopters are back there, guys. If any of you guys are helicopter freaks, okay, the helicopters are back in that direction. this direction here. Of course, we got the big mouth of the 787 engine. Huge. You got A-10s playing around up top here. It's wonderful. You got every type, pretty much every type of aircraft you can imagine. We've even got Russian aircraft here. We've got, my goodness. All right, guys. We're gonna kind of hightail it back a little bit. I want to get inside the space hangar for you guys, so we're gonna walk that way. We're gonna try. Well, actually, you know what? We want to go in, and we're gonna go to the space hangar. All right, guys. Keep out of the engine intake. No pictures, or no pictures of you inside of it, because these things, I mean, you can go up to it. However, the blades on this thing are so large and so sharp they can cut you. Literally, they can cut you. And these are Rolls-Royce engines this aircraft has got. Look at that. Look at how large this engine is. You can put the nose of a 737 inside of this. Amazing. Crazy. It's crazy the way they curve it to where it brings in the engine, the air intake. Okay, this is the before I forget what they call it. My buddy is an aircraft mechanic. The stator is in the engine here. You got the spool right there, and you got the blades, fan blades right there. And what it does, it sucks in a whole bunch of air into the engine, and it basically is kind of like a big fan. It's a jet powered fan is what it is. There we go, guys. A10. Yeah, apparently they must have taken it down. There's too many people that are linking to it, I guess. That's what happened when I had Pima Air Space Fans.com up. They would actually take it down. Yep, A10s. We got to spot the A10s when they come up. We're gonna walk behind the 390th. We'll probably do. I'm gonna do a live stream at the for the 390 because they're a museum in themselves. Wonderful people, and then inside the 390th, they're great people. I happen to know the executive director, Bill Buckingham, personally, and I actually do need to speak with him because I trying to become a volunteer again with the 390th. That way I can be inside Pima for free. All right. Want to show you guys one thing here. Something brand new. This is a medium-range ballistic missile, a Redstone medium-range ballistic missile. Okay. This is one of the first nuclear weapons that we've had in our arsenal. Of course, behind that you see all the Harriers. We're going to do a Harrier tour later on. Not today, but another time. Like I said, this aircraft, this museum is amazing. Really is. It really is amazing. We're at the Vigilante right now. Somebody left their gloves here. Will you look at that? One of the Pima people. They left their gloves over here. Crazy. See, like I said, some of the aircraft are starting to deteriorate a little bit. the paint's coming off of it, things like that. It's sad on some of these aircraft, but you know what? They're actually doing something about it. This place is just an amazing place to be. You got the Skyray here. You got the meteor. This meteor was actually part of the Israeli Air Force. It's amazing. And on the other side, there's you got the Hustler. You got the RB-66 destroyer. You've got the P-52s. You got the A3 Sky Warriors. You got the Mystere. We're one of the only museums in the country to have a Mystere, and that's amazing. It's crazy. The Mystere, it looks like kind of like an F-86 on crack, more or less, I would say. So that's the way I look at it. The Mystere, this is the first time I've ever seen a Mystere up close. Really cool. We're going along the Vigilante here. Got the Frankenprowler. Frankenprowler is basically, this aircraft was basically rebuilt from a different, several different EA-6B prowlers. This one is, my understanding, it was damaged on a landing attempt. It was doing a trap on on an aircraft carrier, and I guess the landing gear broke and damaged the wing and everything like that, so they had to mess around. So the Frankenprowler, after Frankenstein. See, there's the missile. This was actually in the back for the longest time on the trailer. On the trailer for the longest time. They got it like several months back, like maybe 8 months back, and it was sitting there when the Philippine Mars was sitting there being rebuilt. So you got all the MiGs over there, helicopters over there. Now there's supposed to be a new helicopter here that I want to take a look at, see if it's here. Of course, you got the PA-46 Enforcer, one of only several. A7 Corsairs, the Blue Angel #6, Dave Tickle. I've actually met Dave Tickle. He's a very nice guy. Got MiG-21s over here, all kinds of stuff. They took the MiG-29 out back. Apparently, that's not a second MiG-29. It's the MiG-29 that was sitting right there, where the cones are. Now, before we go into the space hangar, guys, we're gonna sit down for a few minutes. A-10s are having fun today. I don't know why. F-8 Crusader, Last of the Gunfighters. This is actually a Q-F-8, a drone. So, guys, if I can't see your comments at the moment, so my apologies. Yep, made more A-10s. Here's your B-58 Hustler. And helicopter row. We have a Mi-24 Hind helicopter sitting over there too. Tire dude right there. No, it doesn't look like they have. Oh yeah, we do have a new helicopter. It's SH-60. Very cool. Whew, it's a bit warm out today. I'm gonna sit down for a minute and rehydrate. Like I said, guys, we gotta hydrate here. It's real bad. We gotta hydrate. Ugh. You're looking at the gate that I'm sitting down on, so more A-10s. Excuse me. Now, this museum, like I said, has been open for a very long time. There's a gentleman I know. His name is John M. Taylor. John, if you're watching this, giving you a shout out because he's one of the first docents. He worked here at the Air Museum when it was a very small museum. And what he did is he actually was he worked here. He was a docent. He knew everything about these aircraft. John was in the military himself, and John actually knows a lot. He's got an archive of Pima stuff that'll turn you white, pretty much. And John actually helps me out every once in a while, and he gives me information about the museum, etc. I'm trying to write a book on the history of the museum, but I'm kind of slow going on it. That's one thing I'm trying to do. So, you know, if that comes out, you'll see it. If and when it comes out. Got too much writing in my hands to do. But because this museum means a lot to me. It's been part of my history for 40 years. About thereabouts 40 years. You know, and it's one of the I've never been to the Air Force Museum. I've never been to the Smithsonian, okay, and I need to go. I've been to Miramar. I've been to a lot of the museums in California, but I've never been to some of the East Coast museums. I have been to the Intrepid. The Intrepid, guys, oh my gosh. If you're ever in New York City, man, go to the Intrepid, USS Intrepid Museum. They got the Enterprise orbiter, and they've got a Concorde sitting there. They also have the Growler, which is a nuclear submarine that's next door. They have a destroyer, an old destroyer. But as what you're looking at right now, I'm gonna kind of raise it up here. What you're looking at right now is down with Bomber Row. Okay, Bomber Row is down there. You got the B-52s, you got the B-36 Peacemaker, B-58. Now, if you guys want to see close-up videos of the B-58 and the B-52s, check out our channel. We've done B-58 Hustler video. We also did the B-36 Peacemaker. It's a real good video. Check it out. Point you in that direction. We've also done videos of some of the other aircraft here. And we do walk-arounds every once in a while of those aircraft. And that's one of the reasons why we have a walk-around section on our playlists. So that way you can see those. We have a walk-around of the F-14 Tomcat. We're going to be redoing a video about the F-14 Tomcat here probably in the next year or so, because the F-14 is one of my favorites, because I used to live near Bethpage in Calverton, New York. I used to see the F-14s take off all the time from Grumman Aerospace. It looks like the A-10s are having some operational maneuvers right now. Like I said, guys, you know, this museum has got a lot to offer. It's been here for quite a while, it's been this ever changing. It's always changing. New aircraft coming in, new aircraft being painted. They just put on display the NB-52A, the high and mighty one. That's also got the X-15 mock-up underneath it. It was specifically built for this aircraft. The X-15, as you guys know, this the high and mighty one actually brought Neil Armstrong's X-15 aloft for flight testing before he became an Apollo astronaut. Balls 8 is the other NB-52 or the B-52B or whatever it is. That is up at the North Gate of Edwards Air Force Base. Now, that aircraft I've seen so many times, and it looks to me like it's in very decrepit shape. They need to restore it. And NASA Ames, which is right there, NASA Dryden, excuse me, wants to restore it. But they don't know how to do it. Or they haven't done it yet. Either way. I have a friend of mine who works over at Dryden Flight Research Center, and I asked him about it, and he said that they're planning on restoring it, putting it back out on display, and putting a canopy over it so it doesn't get damaged. It's a wonderful thing to where you can see all these aircraft. I mean, you got to see the entire whole area. Crazy. That door's locked, guys. That door's locked. You got to go around there. It's like a picnic area. No problem. So yeah, this is a lot of people mistake this for another entrance to the Space Gallery, right, which is right behind me. They used to have a mock-up of a space shuttle for right above me to provide shade, but they took that down. I guess it was damaged during a monsoonal storm that we had, you know. Guys, this is a hell of a museum. Well, like I said, we're going to go and see the actual, there's an actual mock-up of the X-15 that was given to Pima by North American Aviation way back in the day. And they've kept it inside ever since. There's a Apollo lunar module that was used on from the Earth to the Moon, as well. It was a prop for ABC News for Walter Cronkite and his news team to actually take a look at. So that's here as well inside this hangar. There are actual memorabilia from Sophia, like passenger cards, you know, the cards you get for when you go on, tells you the emergency exits, things like that, how to get out of the aircraft, all that stuff, all the safety features. I have one of those at home. It was given to me by a really good friend of mine, my friend that works at Dryden Airport Flight Research Center. He was security on Sophia. And my other good friend was the communications officer of Sophia, and I am an honorary member of the team, of the flight team, because I actually documented. If you guys look on the channel here, you'll be able to see the last flight of Sophia coming into Davis Mountain Air Force Base. I did a live stream back in the day. One of the early live streams that we did was actually over by, it's called the guardrail, which is a spotting spot that we went to. And we saw Sophia land over there. I didn't know about homeless camp until later on in years. Homeless camp is where another spot where you can go spot by the runway, or near the runway where the aircraft are coming in. So, in a few moments, I'm going to pack up my drink here, and then we're going to head over to the space hangar. What we're going to do is we're going to do a part tour of this part tour. Part 2 of the virtual tour. Probably maybe next week or the following week after. I haven't decided what days I'm going to do it. But we will go in, and we will go into hangar 3, 4, and 5. We've already been in hangar 3, but we're going to go through hangar 3 to hangar 4 and 5. Then we're going to visit Sophia and the NB-52A. We're not going to be able to get to it today because it's been quite a while. And I don't want to bore you guys to death. So, part 2 is coming, guys. I'm actually going to do part 2 of this live stream. That's not going to be today. We have so many people in here. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in, guys, and joining me for the live stream. I really appreciate you coming in, guys. It's wonderful to see a lot of you here. Now, if you like, subscribe to the channel, please do. Also, on the very top of the channel, there's going to be more links. If you go down there, and if you want to go ahead and donate to the channel or buy stuff from our merch shop, please do so. We've got mugs, caps, hats. If you think we've got calendars, however, the calendars have been taken off because it's no longer 2025. I'm still working on the 2026 calendars as we speak. So once the 2026 calendars come out, I may not be doing calendars this year. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. However, if you guys request them, I'll put them up. And yes, the Philippine Mars will be on the new calendar. Yep. The Philippine Mars will be on the new calendar. I'm going to probably put it under January because that's the month that it came to the Pima Air Museum. So, yes. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the space hangar, and then we're going to kind of roll towards the gift shop, and then we're going to conclude the live stream, guys. So let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let me get my purse ready here with all my equipment. And of course, we've got the Sky Crane helicopter there. This thing has been here for the longest time. It's been, it was out front welcoming visitors to the museum. So, yeah. Helicopters galore. Oh, excuse me. Now I know better not to have soda when I walk, because you start to burp it out. Now, about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, Tucson had a very special thing happen. It was a operations from the 121st, I believe it was the 121st Aerial Reconnaissance Squadron, while operating MQ-9s out of Morris Air National Guard Base, but operating out of Davis-Monthan. We had one there, and I've got photographs, and I'm not quite sure if I have video of it, but if you want to take a look at those, go to Worldwide Aircraft Spotters on Facebook. We pretty much do everything. We love all kinds of aviation. All right, so we're going into the space hangar. There we go. All the space agencies that are in the world. There is the F like this. It's funny. See, I found it interesting to see is the simulation lunar module interior. Look at that. Museum. As you can see, I'm standing on the ladder that built my North American Rockwell for the CBS. Gave viewers a visual interior of the spacecraft to the moon miniseries. The Blackbird was used by Emmett Seaborn, a fictitious new anchor with fictitious NTC network. Squirted into the bottle so it wouldn't float away. It's squirted into the bottle so it wouldn't float away. Some things are. Yep, sure is. RAT means nose gear. Okay. This helicopter is not like any other helicopter you guys have seen. Yes, it's a UH-60, but this is the autonomous UH-60, a drone. This thing will fly by itself. MQ-9. There's the Reaper. This is what was flying over. More drones. Some cool stuff in here. All right. All right. This is to cool these things down. A system that cooled down the entire system. The museum area. This is the mirror. This is called all of them. Got that one there. Got some of the patches of Sophia that they had here. Sophia's door, landing door. Sophia's door, landing door. All of this, these are the signatures you see. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's rock and roll for the autonomous helicopter. It's an Atlas launch facility. You can see the Hall of Fame. Scott Yeomans, I know, a friend of my friend. And the live stream. It's been about 2 hours and 19 minutes so far. It goes dark inside and then it goes bright. We're just going to take a little break here. We're going to sit down and relax. Wow. Amazing virtual tour, guys, so far. We are going to have a part 2 of this, so don't fret. There goes the tram. An empty tram. All right. We'll ride across to the snow away from Blue Angel number 6. Now, Scott Yeomans, like I said, guys, takes a lot of great photographs. I've seen a lot of his photographs, and I take my own too, but I'm not as good as Scott Yeomans or anybody else. You know, like some of these aircraft photographers, they do this for a living. I just do it for fun. I mean, literally, airplane spotting. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I actually now have the equipment to do it, you know, properly, instead of just using a cell phone. And I'm here with you guys on aircraft expeditions, you know. And like I said, I wanted to bring you guys on the virtual tour today because it's a wonderful thing to do, to have some fun. So people got to walk right in front of the camera. That's okay. Hey. Of course, there's Harrier Row right there. That Harrier that's right across the way is just one of our newest acquisitions. It's actually a VMA 213. That was used, I believe, in China Lake as well. But that was, I believe, at Cherry Point. Cherry Point was one of the last units to retire the Harrier. You're not going to see a Harriers fly anymore. It's now the F-35s. So I'm sorry about the connection issue inside, guys, but these buildings are made of rebar and so lots of heavy steel. So that sometimes the the connection goes bad. Tonight's going to be very interesting too. I'm not going to do a live stream for it, but I will be putting up a video of night operations over at the airport. It's going to start getting cool about 4:30, 5 o'clock. We're going to head over that way, that direction, and we're going to see what's going on with it. So, all right, guys, we are going to end it here. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us for Aircraft Expeditions for the first part of the virtual tour. We'll be coming back probably in the next week or two to do the other hangars, plus the 390th Memorial Museum. We may make a separate video for the 390th and live stream. Bill Buckingham, I'm gonna try to talk to Bill and see if I can get a kind of a private tour of it, and see what happens. Like I said, again, the fresh announcement that we now have a website called aircraftexpeditions.com. We're going to be working on getting that to where everybody can enjoy everything that's going on with us, especially the aircraft spotting as well. So, guys, thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up. That helps us out a great deal. And if you want to go ahead and buy some of our merch, go ahead. There's links up there on the top. And if you want to donate to the channel, that would be great as well. That would help us do a lot more of this. This visit here was funded by all of you. It was funded by all of you, and I thank you very much for that. And thank you for supporting us. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.